that, I don't know if it takes anybody else that long to processor and internet, but
who knows? It could be I'm in Sweden, you're in the States.
Might
All
be
right.
part of it.
Welcome back. Session 38 of Fallout Texas Rising. Last session, the party went to the power plant that was discovered. They picked up a new member as well. We have Eugene now, a member of the Brotherhood, squire with the Brotherhood, and now a, for the moment, I guess, auxiliary member of the party, as he is still technically...
What do we call you, Eugene? Is it Squire Eugene, or Squire, or Hey You? I mean, I go by Slash, but you can call me Ron, or I don't know. Other people call me other things. How should I call you?
Eugene or Gene, whatever you want. It's fine with you. Whatever you call me.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I don't
Cousin
think
Gene.
you
All
wanna
right,
know-
I got you.
I don't think you want late for dinner, but that's...
All right, and the party is on its way back to the vault. Now that they've made a deal with Red River Company commander at the power plant, and they're on their way back to the vault. With power flowing, they should be able to access the lower levels of the vault.
When we get there, or are we getting there?
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about any random encounters on the way.
Okay.
We're just going to go ahead and you're there.
Are there any the Red River outside?
Well...
Yes, the two lieutenants.
Point.
At the rendezvous point, you do run into two lieutenants from the Red River Company. You recognize them. They were at the power plant.
Okay. Because they had their helmets off, I think, or...
Yeah, helmets were off there. They got their helmets with them, but they were off while they were walking around upstairs at the power plant.
Okay. Excuse me.
Was there a question in there about them?
No.
Okay.
I was just trying to, get my bearings a little bit.
All right. They're there. You make your way on into the red rocket that serves as the secret entrance to this vault. You find the other Brotherhood of Steel Humvee out there. Senior Squire now, Thompson, is still in this area with a few knights, a few initiates. And they are keeping the area secure, making sure no other shipments have come back in case they're any out on patrol or something like that. When he sees you coming down, he lets you know that, hey, some power has come back online here at the Red Rocket building. Looks like you guys may have accomplished the goal.
Yeah. And point to the Red River people. They're the ones that we got the power from, and we had to make a deal, so...
I see. Well, as long as it doesn't interfere with what the Brotherhood wants to do here, what kind of deal did you make with them?
I guess we would pass it over to one of the lieutenants there. I say, well, he could tell you the exacts of it, and we can verify what he says. Right, Lieutenant?
If you're just going to verify what I say, why should I say anything?
Well, it's your deal. Come on.
We get the
No, we
entire
just gotta-
vault.
Oh, well, that's silly. You know that ain't right.
If you're just going to correct me, why let me speak at all?
Well, I mean, we just want to try to get to know you and stuff.
We're not here to make friends. We're here to acquire assets.
Okay, there we go. Well, I think we're going to split the booty and give them copies of stuff. The blueprint things.
Even in his power armor, you can see Squire Thompson kind of, not really shudder and in kind of a fear, but just more in a like, oh, this is not ideal kind of posture.
Oh, yes. Stiffen.
Yeah, stiffen. That's it. He stiffens at the the thought of them getting part of the loot, as it were, and copies of the blueprints. Is like the Brotherhood will pre-approve anything that they get.
Yes, well, we'll see how things go, and we'll see how much there is to find.
Oh, cool.
Indeed. Well, let's get on in there then, I reckon. Squire Thompson signals to two initiates that they follow along. So at going down into the vault, it is your group, of course, Jack / Eugene and Bane. Squire Thompson is bringing two initiates with him, and then there are the two lieutenants from the Red River Company. Squire Thompson is in his power armor. The initiates are in just standard Brotherhood gear, no power armor there. And the Red River lieutenants are in, what kind of power armor is it? T-45 power armor. And they are carrying plasma rifles. You see some modifications on the plasma rifles, but you're not sure what kind. But they are clearly plasma. Anything that you would like to go over, question, comment before, or prepare something, I don't know, before you go into the depths of this vault again?
I'm gonna take Betsy. I'm gonna take Betsy with me. I'm just picking.
I was gonna say Betsy's still at.
I know. I'm just picking.
Yeah.
I'm just picking. I had Betsy with me so long. I'm like, hey, gummit.
Once you
Brother,
start vault diving, you can start carrying Betsy around again and stop taking the vehicle around and start walking again.
I want to
Eugene?
try to drum up some kind of excuse to hang back with the squire. Like, we may fake that my power armor's acting up or something. I need his help to adjust something real quick to get him to the kind of the back of the party, away from these two lieutenants.
All right. Squire Thompson signals to the initiates to lead the way because they've been down there multiple times now. They know where they're going. They know what to do to get the power from the surface down to the one door that is right now sealed and has no power to it at all. And Squire Thompson kind of just lets the others pass and falls into the back. Now, you, Squire Eugene, you and Thompson, you've known each other for a while. Not necessarily that you're good friends or anything like that. He's always been a few ranks ahead of you, so he's been kind of like pseudo mentor in a way. He's been in charge of a few details that you've been a part of here and there. Again, you're not like close friends, but you know each other well enough in passing that you know a few of his likes and dislikes, and you know he is a very fairly by the book guy, but like many Brotherhood members that were not born into the Brotherhood, he's got his history and his reasons for joining. So he's now back there with you. He's looking at your power armor. He comes back around to the front of you and is like, your power armor's in perfect condition.
Mm-hmm.
Why all the pretense?
These guys are bad news. They were openly antagonistic of the Brotherhood, calling for dealing with us, quote unquote. And I have absolutely no intention of letting them walk away with any sort of technology from here. They're mercenaries. Whoever pays the highest gets them. Those are not people who need a shred of technology. We need to deal with them, and not just these two. Word needs to get out somehow.
I agree, and the general has been made aware of the Red River Company on multiple occasions. However, this will be the first time any of us have had direct dealings with them. Unfortunately, though, we may have to let them take some tech, because depending on what we find down here, our objective is this vault. Our objective is vault tech. This is their, we think, possibly their main vault, where all the leadership from Vault Tech was. Which means there's going to be a lot of things down here, and it may be that we have to let them take some things so that we can stay focused on the primary goal, and then deal with them later. That being said, I don't think we want to give them anything that is more advanced than what they currently have. There's something going on with the shops. I don't know who is messing with the shop, but there's something going on with the shops. With
Yeah, I had forgotten to get a diffuser and some stim packs. So
okay,
nothing major.
all right.
So
And only 5 stim packs and 2 diffusers. So
Anyways, so
Yeah, so that's what he says to you, Eugene, and he just walks beside you. You're on comms between your helmets so that nobody else can really hear you.
all right.
Okay. And so we just standard protocol then, just allow them to take what they want until that's not okay anymore, and you just give me the signal.
Yeah,
If they
we'll try
to walk away with something they shouldn't be.
If they start to walk away with something they shouldn't have, then yes, anything more advanced than plasma technology, essentially. That's, aside from their power armor, that's the most advanced thing they have with them right now. It's the most advanced thing we've seen, according to all the reports, is plasma weapons. Now, they probably have some things that are more advanced, but they keep them in reserve, like maybe mini nukes or the like. But as far as what these guys get out of here, nothing more advanced than the plasma weapons. If you see them trying to take something surreptitiously, call it out. And then we'll have a discussion. But don't take any actions to without my authorization first.
So I'll come to you if I think they're taking anything that they shouldn't be.
Sounds good.
And one last thing.
Yes.
I look over at the lieutenants. I say, bet you 10 cap that's an overcharged capacitor on that plasma rifle.
Okay. All right. Is that a bet you really want to take there, Squire?
My eyes aren't the best, but yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Let's make it Brotherhood script instead of caps, since we're two Brotherhood here.
Fair enough.
All right. Hey, Lieutenant, what kind of mods you got on your plasma rifles there? And just so you all know, I am not cheating. I have just shared the record.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, he would probably know anyhow, because he's a mod dude, isn't he?
Yeah,
Eugene
Eugene is the mod guy.
So.
But it is a recoil compensated plasma rifle. There is no overcharge capacitors. When the lieutenant says so and shows it off a little bit, Eugene, you see it as like, it's just he's patched together a little bit. The front side that made it look like the capacitor was modified. And then once he's done showing it off, Squire Thompson falls back and steps beside you and holds out his hand.
I drop the grip and just grumble like it's using the reinforcer that's used for the capacitor for the. This guy's an idiot. Lieutenant, like that. There's a reason why I thought it was an overcharge, and this is not my fault. And it was 10 script.
10 script. Yep.
Yeah. And
there we go. VOS script moves down to 100. All right, done.
All right. And what did I say the conversion rate was? I have it written down somewhere. I think it's 1 script is 2 caps or something like that.
yeah, I think it was a 2-to-1. I don't.
Yeah.
Probably was that. And
I should have asked that before I threw out a number.
yeah,
One script's worth 1,000 caps. No.
no, not that good. And of course, while that's happening, over comes to Slash. And like, well, so these guys probably don't know about as much as you do about old world tech. So, think we can fob them off with some pieces of junk? Slash.
Yeah, I mean, we have junk. I don't know. I think I left all my junk at the Raider at base.
Yeah, just whatever we find here, maybe just the functional but not terribly useful bits.
Oh, I gotcha. I can scrounge really good. I can make a fan, a laser rifle if I need to.
All right.
I appreciate you letting us look at your rifle. I got one too. It's an assault rifle. It's kind of tricked out. It's got like a really long barrel on it, and a really big stock, with like leather wrapped around it. So it's very, heavy and long, and then just has this big barrel. Big clip. That's one of those round ones. Sticks on the end of it. The bottom of it, with this huge receiver. So yeah. It's a little bit modified. It's kind of heavy, but boy, it does the trick. It spits them out.
Yeah, well, nothing really beats the high-tech plasma, though.
Oh well, you got to know. You got to do what you know. So this is what my dad taught me. He taught me to shoot with a long rifle, and well, mine's just a little bit faster.
Oh, lots of fancy stuff, but when it comes down to it, when you ain't got anything to scrounge, anything to work with, a knife will do you for just about ever. And then over the comms to Slash, like, so, you think I should take these two into a room and just kind of introduce them to what a microwave feels like?
Oh, that's a headache. We're gonna lead the charge. I think we can take one of those guys with us, and then the other guy can watch our back. with with Thompson maybe, and we'll lead the charge. We'll take one of them with us, so we'll split them up. How about it?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So,
Huh?
no, I walk over to the two Red River guys. I'm like, all right, odds are even. Who's going with the assault team? Me and Uncle Jack and Squeaky over there. We're going to be part of the assault team. Which one of y'all going to go with us?
We're all in this together.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, but somebody's got to watch our back. Yeah. So one of y'all come
Isn't
with us?
that what the
One
other
of y'all-
20 initiates upstairs were doing?
I mean, you're going to be in it. Don't worry. You're going to be there. But y'all going to be like watching our backs when you're there and stuff. We got it. You know, these two guys right here, they're kind of squishy. They ain't got no armor. So one of y'all come up here, step up with the rest of us that are stepping up. You know, and if you get wounded or whatever, you step back and the other guy can step up. Whatever y'all want to do, however you know, and stuff like that. But that way, we're working together and you're working together. We all a good team and stuff. So I'm trying to intimidate him, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not going to go well now that you've said that.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do. Let's see here. It's going to be your charisma. Do we have an intimidation? We don't have an intimidation thing, so it'll be roll barter.
Okay. Oh, well.
But hold on, don't. Well, you already rolled. I gotta set your difficulty
Okay.
with his roll, and I don't have a. He doesn't have barter tagged or anything, so it's just gonna be. We'll use that since that's his lowest one, or next to lowest one. So his target number is 10. It'll be a difficulty 0 for his roll because he's setting the difficulty. Oh my goodness. So it's difficulty 1. You succeed. Gets you 2 action points.
And I'm a downtown jerky vendor. So I reduce all difficulties by 1. So that'd be another success, maybe.
No, actually, I'm gonna have to say no on that one because the jerky vendor is for actual bartering.
Yeah.
We're only using barter because we don't have a specific intimidation skill.
Yeah.
Besides, it may actually specify in the perk that it only works for that.
And
Yeah.
I'm in the future, help me remember, speech would be actually better for this kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
going to say something and then you already made the decision, so...
Yeah, it's all good for this one, but we'll going forward, speech.
I'm not
So
tagged, but I have, a lot of charisma. So
Yeah,
and summon,
you'd still be doing pretty well even with the speech one.
and
Which is why
I
I'm
can
not-
re-roll, and I have smooth
Oh.
talker, which lets me re-roll a speech or a barter.
Yeah.
So
And that would work even without it
Yeah.
being an actual trade thing. So
Gotta do it.
you're re-rolling?
I'm just, so I get 2 success. Yeah, I was like, I got to do it at least to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
So.
No, we'll take the first one because you were,
Yeah.
the two, aside from being tagged, the 2 skills and the target numbers are very similar. So I'm not worried about it for this one. So somehow you sense that he is not necessarily all on, intimidated by you in any kind of physical method or anything, but more just like frustrated, annoyed, and not at all understanding what you're trying to get at. And he kind of just starts to, try to avoid you as y'all are continuing to walk the corridors of the levels that you've already cleared.
That's fine. It's just when it stops popping off, where I go, you go. Which one is going with me?
They just keep on walking. They don't respond to you.
Hey, well, that's all I got to say. One of y'all going to come with me? Thank you.
All right.
How you doing over there, Squire Thompson? I keep on thinking about a story my daddy told me. His name was Lieutenant Dan. I want to keep calling you Lieutenant Dan, but I don't know why. But anyhow.
Because you see all military types as the same?
I guess so. I mean, I haven't really had much experience, so I just, if somebody in command, they just turn into Lieutenant Dan. But anyhow, how you doing, Squire Thompson?
I'm doing fine. I've been waiting here for a few days for you guys to get back, and I'm ready to get down there and see what we found, if anything.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I've got other duties I need to attend to now that I've been moved off of the errant title. By the way, Squire Eugene, errant Squire Eugene, how do you like the errant portion of being a Brotherhood member?
It's not too bad, but I haven't had it for long, so we'll see. But obviously can't complain.
Well, if you like it, don't be too good at it. They'll pull you back real quick because they need that kind of skill somewhere else.
I hear you. Love getting rewarded with more work, right?
Yep. But also more opportunities to take on more personal projects. So it's decisions to be made, what you're wanting to do at different times. When he mentions that, Jack and Slash, you both kind of hear a tinge of that, the voice he used at one point in time when he was talking about the E symbol he saw.
Okay.
You can feel that tone kind of creeping back in when he talks about his own projects.
No problem with that. And of course, as he's talking about don't show you're too good at this, or they're gonna put you on something else. Just Jack's just nodding away, like, seen this a lot. Been there. I think the t-shirt moldered into dust like 50 years ago.
So I guess if you don't mind, we'll lead the way since we're heroes, remember? So we're gonna, we'll open the doors and all that good stuff, and so I guess we'll get to it.
You've arrived at the door that was at the end of the corridor the last time you was here at this vault. The initiates immediately get to work on pulling the panels off the walls. You can see that they've done this before there because they're doing it with great efficiency. Excuse me. And they quickly, flip a few switches, pull out some wires, adjust them, reconnect them in different areas, and then flip switches back on, flip other switches on, and then the door hums to life. You can hear the mechanics in the back, kind of a lot of clicking, some heavy thudding as big pieces of metal are moved out of the way so the doors can actually open up. And then they do, and it is a large freight elevator.
Okay. And
Okay. I was wondering what this thing was. I was like, oh, this feels like an arena.
oh, this is actually big enough.
Oh,
This
this
is
is
the
not.
elevator?
You're not looking at the elevator now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
No.
That would be.
In fact, you really
No.
shouldn't be seeing anything.
Yeah, that's the thing is
You don't
we're
see
not
tokens,
on
do you?
the screen.
Yeah, I
Yes,
do.
we
I
see
see.
tokens.
I
But
see the NPCs.
Thompson, yeah,
So you see your
Thompson, his
allies.
backup, and
Allies. Yeah, there we go. Allies.
the lieutenants. But we're not on it, so I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
not there. Okay. Well, that's all. It's all good then. You haven't seen anything you're not supposed to.
No, it's a big square. It looks like an arena.
Okay. All right.
It's grayed out, and I see the tokens for our allies.
All right. So the elevator is open. Looking inside, you see that there is two buttons technically, but only one other level that this particular elevator can go to.
All right. So
I wanna
is
push
this
it.
Like, okay.
Down.
I was actually gonna ask if this basically is like a larger, heavier duty version of the elevator from the show. The one in the vault.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's big enough for all of us, or are we going to
All of
be
you. Yep. All
Okay.
of you.
fun? And start waving people in.
All right. Let me get these set up. Get the tokens out. Just got to get Bane on there now. Then everything is ready.
Yeah, I was wondering, are we taking Bane with us?
Yeah. And
Okay.
All right. The elevator begins to descend. Those of you that have been on elevators before will immediately realize that it's going much further than just one floor. At least if the floors were stacked on each other. It is going much further than that. Slash, after a little while, I mean, you're the one with the least experience with elevators, probably out of the group, given histories and backgrounds. After about 5 minutes, you begin to wonder where this elevator is going, and you're starting to notice that the others who have a little bit more experience with elevators and vaults are starting to kind of look around and check things. The initiates are going over to the panel and looking at it, and it's like they're confirming, it's like atrium, and then the button. There's only supposed to be one floor change here. But
Is there any interface with Pip-Boy?
yeah,
So let's see. Okay, all right. So I remember my time in the parallax. So I stiff it. Okay, I'm a little stressed, because we're going down to the depths of whatever. But I pull myself together and just walk over to the panel and pull the cord out of my Pip-Boy and insert it into the panel there, and just see if I can see if there's any different floors, or if it's supposed to be stopping, or any information.
okay. You plug it in, and it just essentially gives you a digital interface that looks just like the panel on the wall, aside from being digital. Shows you the button to go, or the option to go back up to the atrium level, and then this option here. The only difference is it actually tells you that the floor you're going to is robotics lab.
Okay. Oh, cool. You know anything about robotics, Eugene?
A little bit. Is that a Pip Boy?
Yeah. I can't remember who had it, my mom or my pa. Anyhow, they gave it to me. You know,
Jammer
such,
gave it
so.
to you.
Jammer, that's right. Jammer gave it to me. That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What version is it? 1000s, 2000s?
Oh, I don't know. I've only had it a little while.
Somebody's gonna need to make a roll for that one.
Man. I learned about these things. They were pre-war, right? And man, there's so many things. A portable computer.
Oh yeah, I can even play music. Watch.
It doesn't pick up any stations while down here. While you know it's picked up stations in the past,
Right.
you can't find any at the moment.
Nothing here. I was hoping. Sorry.
Man, must have been pretty dull living in a vault.
Yeah. So I'll flip through the channels and get static.
You flip
And
it
I'm
over. As you're flipping, you go across the personal status indicator, and it shows a little Pip Boy. Everything is good except that there's. It seems you have a little bit more radiation than the Pip Boy says is okay.
And probably an elevated heart rate.
Yes.
I am. To be clear, I am uncomfortably close, and I'm just nerding out.
Your power armor.
Got a violin.
Your power armor frames are bumping against each other with how close you are.
Oh, hey. Yeah, my right arm's a little bit more bulkier. That Brotherhood, that's a good one. I think I need to start maybe turning when I go in and face that way, because y'all make some good armor.
Yeah, the best. Yeah, nothing would make me happier if we're all of us are wearing little Brotherhood armor. Not all that Raider stuff.
The elevator stops suddenly. Without any indication, the door slides open. In front of you, all you see is darkness. Everybody steps out a little bit, turn on headlamps and everything. You get a few yards of light with the headlamps from the power armor and the handheld lights that the initiates are carrying. You all kind of spread out a little bit the way that the tokens are spread out here on the map. You know that the room you're in is very large. You see pillars on either side, but somehow this room just seems to go on and on forever. Who's trying to move over there? What's going on? Why you want to be there instead of where I put you?
Next to the RRC.
Okay. As you begin to look around a little bit and you make your way into this room, you know that it extends further. But again, it seems kind of odd. It's just kind of very open, more open than even an atrium would be in a vault. No individual rooms, no side rooms, no utility closets that you can see so far. And then in the distance, you hear the slight tap of metal on metal.
Okay.
Is it a bang
Right.
or a tap or a slow
Just
or?
kind of like a tap, like it's just happening every now and then. There's no pattern to it. It doesn't exactly seem menacing in any way. It's in the distance, directly north of you, as far as the map orientation goes here.
Okay.
Well, I don't have any night vision stuff on me. Is there anything up there? Can y'all see nothing?
Yeah, and since I do have night person, I do have a reduced difficulty in darkness.
Hmm. As you look out across the way, you see small glints of metal, shiny metal, as the lights from your party trace that area. And not long after you start to try and focus on that, you hear the unmistakable sound of small engines coming to life, and red lights start coming on in the distance all around you and across the way. And then slowly, but the lights above turn on. And the whole area is lit up. And while I only have a few tokens out there, you can, as you look beyond the area, there are rows and rows of robots of all sorts. And then another sound from above, a large click and a flicker as projected on the wall. Oh, come on, let me get him out there. There we go. You see this figure projected onto the wall. He is very gaunt. You're not entirely sure if he has skin or if it's just been stretched so thin that it's translucent. He looks down, seeming to be looking down at you, even though this is a projection on the wall. Ah, visitors. Welcome, welcome. And he rubs his hands together a little bit in the projection. You don't know how much I appreciate you ridding me of those super mutants upstairs. A nasty business, truly. But you saved me the trouble of activating some less than pleasant defenses. Thank you. Nice work. Very nice work.
Oh, we aim to please. How you doing? My name's Ron.
Hang on, I got a text from the wife, and I don't understand what's going
on. Pleased to meet you.
Sorry. Say that again. Refresh my memory of your words.
No, that's fine. I forgot exactly the words I used.
Introduction. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, no problem. Pleased to meet you. My name's Ron. How you doing?
Ron, nice to meet you as well, my friend. I'm glad I can say friend. You certainly seem friendly, though your armor would indicate, perhaps you're a scavenger and not the raider that typically wears that amalgamation of power armor.
Well, you get what you use what you find. I'm just a humble trader of merchandise, and I'm curious. And
curious.
if you had to deal with what we had to deal up there, you'd be in power armor too.
Oh no, I'd much rather to send my robots to deal with things. Power armor, while efficient, is just not the perfection that is needed.
Well, I mean, a robot ain't no living thing, but I see your point. Now, who might you be?
Oh, my apologies. Where's my manners at? I am Dr. Caulfield. At your service. Vault Tech, head of research here at, here.
Well, I met a doctor before. Well, yeah, he died. Anyhow, he was really good and smart. You seem to be kind of smart. Did you make these robots?
I did. along with the other researchers that were here.
Oh, you by yourself?
Why do you say in such a pitiful manner?
Well, I mean, everybody likes alone time, but geez, with my mouth, I'd go crazy.
Well, there were once many other scientists and researchers here, but they failed to live up to the demands of the work.
Yeah, everybody's got to take that dirt nap once, at least once.
Or not. Your friend there,
Well,
sensors indicate a high level of radiation coming from him. I'm guessing you're at least 100, 150 years past what would have been your expiration date.
Yeah. Well, that might be a little low, but yes. And
So you're pre-war.
yes.
Very interesting.
So how much rads you have to soak up to look like that? I wonder.
None.
Really?
Really. One of the things that we researched here was medical advancements. The technology to rejuvenate one's own organs or even create better organs. The process is unpleasant. It leaves scars upon the skin itself and even changes one's appearance. But if it removes things that are unnecessary for the purpose of life, then who cares?
Well, you lose out on a lot of pleasures depending on what you're getting rid of. But, yeah, I guess I can see that.
I'd say that I'm where I on the surface, or where my age measured in ghoul terms, I too would be a pre-war relic. Though I imagine
So
I'm
we're
a
looking
few,
at,
several hundred years older than you. So go ahead. You're looking at what?
hundreds of robots.
Yeah, off in the distance you see hundreds. Now they're down on platforms, like you're kind of sort of on a platform where you are right now. The elevator came out here and deposited you on this platform, but then down below you don't see a way to get down to those robots. There's another door on the opposite side of the room that you're on. Maybe an elevator door. But then off in the distance through, like, there's glass on either side of the walls and everything. You see just rows and rows and rows of robots. I don't know if any of you played Fallout New Vegas, but kind of when you get into that one vault that Yes Man gets you into, and there's just, like, it's a storage facility for robots.
Gotcha.
The only active ones you see are the ones that are standing up here, but they have simply just turned on and they are aware. They have not moved at all.
Gotcha.
All right.
Well, it seems we might have done you a favor, I guess.
And we were under the assumption that the super mutant squatters were the only living inhabitants here.
Yes,
Yeah, we're a little surprised. Nice to meet you, though.
That was a nice side effect of their presence. It kept nosy people out, those that have no business interfering with my work here. Though, as grateful as I am for you removing them, there's a chance it was a bit premature. And of course, there's still the question of what you want.
Well, I mean, part of my reason for being here is curiosity, We found something big, so we wanted to go find out what it was. And then, the other part is, we like to make sure our neighbors are safe. So there's that.
I have a feeling that some of those around you are seeking more than just the safety of their neighbors.
Oh, well, I mean, shiny things are shiny things.
Well, I'm afraid there's nothing here for you. You have done me a service, and when I bring perfection to this wasteland, I will remember that.
Oh, I mean, things are rough. That's for daggone sure. I mean, every day bullets are flying. What's that saying? I forgot how it goes, but everybody's trying to change the world, right?
Yes. And when you say perfection, do you mean in gesture to the robots replacing everything up there with these, or restoring what used to be?
The robots are simply a means to the end. When the time comes, they will be used to cleanse this world of the imperfect beings. And a new race will emerge. One that does not die. One that cannot be affected by radiation. And one that adheres to a single societal goal.
And by
Okay.
some
What's that? Clean water?
What was that, Eugene?
by some miracle, I am assuming that you just happen to be this race. Am I right?
I am its progenitor. My work here with the rejuvenation and with the FEV virus, it will bring perfection to this world.
Okay. Kind of a lore question. How well known is the master from Mariposa to people in Texas?
Not at all. He
Okay.
was destroyed before his influence really came here. The only thing that came here to Texas from that area was Addis, which was one of the master's right-hand super mutants. And as far as the lore for this game goes, Addis died trying to get into this vault here. Although nobody really knows that is exactly what happened. Well, this guy knows if you ask the right questions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, guess I'm gonna have to go back further. Unfortunately, you're starting to sound like certain people back before even the old US-Russia conflict, who thought that there was such a thing as a perfect race.
Yes, of course, the unenlightened would want to call it that. But we're not merely talking differences in how one looks. We're speaking about the ability, the mind, the intellect, and the true common goal of working together to achieve the society's perfection.
Or else?
There will be no or else. Those that I create will have no other thoughts, no other desires except to perfect society.
Well, I mean, I guess if they're willing, but you seem a little fanatical. I mean, sorry to use such a big word, but if you're asking people, that's one thing. But if you're making people, well,
if they will not work towards the goal of perfecting society, then they are a hindrance to that perfection and the safety of others.
Well, see, there you go, talking nonsense. I mean, you want to trade or something? Sure, we got stuff to trade.
Trade will be an immense part of the new perfect world. If that is your desire to be a trader in this world, as long as your trade contributes to the betterment of all.
Well, of course, I buy guns from you sometimes, or maybe even a robot to help people. I mean, we've already found some robots that do that. The medical robots, remember that, Jack? We took those to the doctor. They're helping people right now. Plenty of those are useful. We can have some guards. Oh, robots are great for guarding places. Nobody likes to shoot at robots because robots will shoot back. They just pew pew. And I turn around to Jack and I'm like, we need to get the hell out of here. Sorry, but that was over the intercom. Yeah, so what kind of trading do you want to do?
Raw resources. Trade in labor. The robots, weapons, we'll have no need of those in the perfect world. They're only here as a means to an end, to begin the cleansing that is required to start the new world.
I mean, yeah, there's lots of super mutants out there and ugly monsters. I mean, a Deathclaw. Have y'all seen a Deathclaw? I mean, like, seen up close. Anyhow. Yeah. There's lots of cleansing to be done. I mean, the radiation, too. You can get rid of some of that. I bet them robots would be great for that.
And
Heck,
that, my friend, is where you
I think I could buy one right now.
That's where you do not understand the idea of perfection. A perfect human has no need to fear the radiation or disease or sickness. A perfect human has no need to fear even a Deathclaw. If you cannot see that vision, then you are only a hindrance to it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll come back tomorrow and see if you want to trade some, okay?
No. You are a hindrance.
Oh, well, I'm not trying to hinder.
As he says that, the projector shuts off. And I need to not have that on. There we go. Okay. The projector shuts off. The pillars that you see here, while they are pillars that go up to the ceiling to support the roof and everything, you've seen some glowing like circles around them. They light up and electricity begins to spark between the pillars. The doors of the elevator close and seal shut. And the robots all activate and bring their weapons to bear.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be a hindrance.
Yeah, well, time to plan.
All right. Top it around. One of the lieutenants will be going first. He rushes past you a bit, kind of brushing into you almost intentionally. Slash.
Like,
And
yeah.
as he does so, he says, "You can't keep your big mouth shut, you." I forget the words that the commander was calling you last week, so we'll just move on from there.
Country bunkin'.
Country bumpkin, something like that, yeah.
You rube.
All right, that is a hit. Dealing no damage in the end. The other lieutenant will, if I can do the thing correctly, move to there, and he will target that one. That is also a hit, defensive one, so you guys get an action point there. Dealing 3 damage to the Robo Brain. The Assaultron's turn. The Assaultron is going to target the Red River lieutenant that shot at him first. Put that there so I don't lose it. With his laser eyes, which is not being picked up on the audio track for some reason. Give me 1 second here. Let me fix that, because I don't like it not working. Came out as all lowercase. Okay, get that regex working correctly. And then, so as a hit, that's an action point for the GM, and damage. Dealing 4 damage to that Red River Company guy. Jack, your turn.
Alright. So, where I'm standing. Yeah. Oh. Rifle. Oh.
That is a miss.
Yeah. And then move to here.
All right. Slash.
Not to be outdone.
Oh. All right. Roll for attack.
Gonna generate a little AP.
All right, let's see. Defensive 1. So you needed 1 success. You have 5 successes. That is 4 action points. All right, roll damage.
All right, 2 for commando, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for fire rate.
Ouch.
Bless you.
Ah.
Oh, is that
Nice.
a crit? Critical injury?
Yeah, there's a critical injury because you did 5 or more damage.
All right. I have a perk, Bloody Mess. I don't know if it'll, but when you inflict a critical hit, roll a d6. If you roll an effect, inflict another critical hit to a random location.
Okay, go ahead.
That's an effect.
That's an effect. All right. Let me pull up that Assaultron. Roll a d20 for me. 5. So that's his torso. Let me pull up critical effects and see what we put on his torso real quick. Damage, critical hits and injuries. There we go. Torso, bleeding on the torso. But robot, they don't bleed.
It could be, bleeding out, fluids or juice or, I don't know. They can bleed. Sorry, no. That's probably, they might have a immunity to some conditions. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to adjust that roll to where it hit the head instead. His sensors are dazed. So he won't get an action without spending action points on his next turn.
Okay.
Burst. You have 1, 2, 3 targets for burst.
I'll go ahead and put it into him.
All right.
All 3.
So I saw in the forums the other day that I can drag this damage and drop it on him. So I'm going to try that today. It works. It works. I'm loving that. So I'm going to start doing that from now on. Just dragging the damage and dropping it on whoever you're targeting. And then I don't have to do the math myself because it applies all the things correctly.
Sweet.
That's awesome. All right. So he is down.
I one-turned him.
Where did that go? There it is.
You one-turned him.
Alrighty. I'd forgotten about the burst there. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Eugene.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh. Additional major action? Okay. This early?
Yep.
Right.
I am action jackson. I take another action without being penalized.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. Oh, it's not doing it. Is it right click?
There you go.
I'm trying to target just one guy, and it's not letting.
Control left click. I saw you had a target. Who you trying to target?
Maybe. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. Maybe I didn't have my thing. Token. That's what it was. So I'm gonna shoot him. At least all right.
All right, that is a hit. 3 successes, needed 1, so 2 action points. All right, damage.
Oh goodness. Did it do anything?
Yeah, it did some damage.
I'll spend a luck and reroll 3 of those.
Okay.
There we go.
Now I got to do the math manually again because that.
Yeah, I wonder. I wish there was a function for that.
Yeah. To recombine it. Okay, so another 3 damage on that one brings him to that. Okay. And you have 4 bursts.
Okay. Do you want to just drag it over like 4 times? I don't mind the loss of the extra 3.
No,
It
no,
makes
no.
it easy.
No, the
Okay.
extra 3 is significant. So,
Okay,
where are you
okay.
going to put them at?
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 burst.
Yep.
Yeah. So just 2 in each one of those, I guess.
Of the 2 that are
Can't
standing
see
in
it.
front of you.
The ones I shot at on the right hand.
Exactly.
They're
You
not
shot at Rubber Brain 2.
right. So 2 and the guy next to him.
And
So-
Robo Brain 1.
So 1 and 2.
Yeah, for some reason it's not popping up. Oh, there it is. Oh, I didn't have my. So I thought I targeted 3 and 4, but
No,
did it
you
not target?
Get the ping. You had
Was it?
this one targeted.
Oh, okay. My apologies. So yeah, 2 and 1. My apologies.
2 and 1.
Yeah,
All
I'll go
right,
with the
so
2 good.
you want to split the burst evenly into both of them.
Yes, correct.
All right. And that is enough to take them both down.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now I'm done.
Squire Eugene, your turn.
You got a little bit of AP there you can play with.
As far as range goes, I'm not sure how far up I need to move or anything with a medium weapon.
Medium weapon is 10 squares. So if, make sure you have your token selected. It should have a black outline around it when you're selected it. And then hold down the control button when you left click a target. And then you can do the same thing to untarget something. And you should see, as long as your token is selected, you should see the range ruler come up for your target. So right now you should see a one that says 10 on it, targeting Robo Brain 3.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and fire my troubleshooter's rifle at it.
Okay.
I'll spend an AP. That's all I did.
All right.
There you go.
5 successes. So that's 4 action points.
And I forgot to spend one, so
Okay. I'll just
I forgot to click the
Oh.
-1, so sorry about that.
7. Okay. And damage.
No. No. I don't know if that counted as a roll or not.
It
Nothing
didn't.
came through.
See
So.
it.
Okay. And fire rated 2, so I'll add an extra thing to it. And since I have troubleshooters, this is I gain the vicious damage effect against robots.
All right.
Huh. So that's 8.
damage effect.
You can also use AP to add damage dice as well.
Okay.
Yeah. AP and fire rate. Fire rate requires that you use up ammo, and AP doesn't. All right. So
Let's
And
see.
then it's the-
And
you should be. What should your fusion cell count be at?
It should be. I used 2 ammo, so it'd be 103.
Okay. So I'm going to put a new record on your thing. We're going to delete the one that's having issues there, and let's try and make sure we if we edit our ammo, edit it from the inventory tab and see if that avoids the flickering issue.
okay.
Okay, there we go. And then it creates an empty record. All right. There we go. So, and now, hang on. It's a gun. Equip it. Yeah, it's not going to recognize that you have the ammo for it now that until we reset or close Fancy Grounds and open the game again. So you'll be manually doing your ammo, Eugene.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna tick it off on paper, and then at the end of
that's fine.
change it. That way, if it starts doing that with me, I can just do it that way.
That's fine. And Eugene, when the next session, it should be fixed. Like I said, it won't. When we were having that issue when you was creating your character, as soon as I opened Fantasy Grounds again the next day, it was all working perfectly fine. And it's because it's I don't know what it is about closing the game, the software, and reopen it, makes all those connections again correctly. So the whole turn it off and on again fixes it, but can't do that in the middle of where we are right now.
Right.
All right. So let's see here. 4 damage, but it's a robot, so you got vicious. So that makes it 8 damage, and that's how much I got through on 4. So I doubled that. Yeah, double that to get it through there. Okay. All right. Anything else, Eugene?
Nope, I think that'll be it.
All right. I'm getting static in my audio now for some reason.
Yeah, wasn't sure where the origin was. Alright, so...
It seems like it's the music.
that down
To
to...
there.
Yep.
All right.
And then... So... Get up and start to... Since he knows that he can't do much on these, it's like... harry and distract.
Okay.
I'll take a defensive position.
Yeah. Alright. And that's it for...
All right. Rubberbane 3. Target Bane.
He's got a defensive 2 since he's in a defensive posture. If that helps.
It will. To a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make it a little harder, but
I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to use on him. Medium
Many
range, medium
options.
range. Yeah, we'll use that. That's a miss. Rubberbane Brain 4 is going to move forward. And we'll target Jack.
Okay. Okay.
Runs out of ammo. We'll have to reload next turn. All right. Squire Thompson.
Silent Night.
Right, he's a regular NPC sheet, so I got to use his actual sheet.
Yep.
That's a hit. Ooh.
There you
Nice.
Hey, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was beefing him up and getting him ready to be like, a real good help to the party. And then, we have an actual another player. I don't have to use him anymore, but he's still hitting hard.
Well, he rolled real good. I mean,
Yeah.
That was supreme right there.
There's some good things he's got on his gun anyway.
Yeah, and he's relatively high level NPC, so he's
It's
gonna
actually
do a
only
lot.
level 9.
Hmm?
He is 10 levels behind you guys.
Yeah.
He's kicking it though. Well,
And you guys are getting the action points here. And that one is down. I'll get that fixed here in a moment. I'm resetting the entire audio system.
he's still a little crackly.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's instead of being the actual audio system, it could be just internet connection.
Hmm.
It's just more noticeable when you have constant audio going through.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then this combat just doesn't feel right without the audio. Oh my goodness. All right. So that was that Brotherhood member. Top it around. I'm having to adjust things a little bit here based on the party's strength. You guys are doing much better than I anticipated. That Assaultron, man. Oh my goodness. That was supposed to
Yeah, I
come
had to
back
take
quick.
the Assaultron down quick. That's all, you know.
Killing me.
I got
Killing me.
a troubleshooter rifle. It's gonna be perfect, and it's dead.
Yeah, well.
That's why I was asking, where are the rows of robots and stuff? Are they like right here, or are they somewhere else? So when you said they're somewhere else, I'm like, okay, all right. It's not immediate death. If we can find a way out of.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So
Okay, and I opened up my mouth.
as
So
the
the next row got woke up.
as the other Robo Brain falls to the ground after the last Brotherhood initiate hit it, the floor begins to vibrate a little bit underneath your feet, and you see different areas of the floor kind of like go down, almost like elevator style, and then come back up with more robots on them. In the center of the room, you see one of the largest robots you've ever encountered come up on this elevator platform. You all recognize it as being the basic design of the Sentry Bot that you see all around. But this one is obviously not nearly as old as many of the ones you've seen in the past. And it is very much brand new, and it looks like it might have a few extra weapons on board than the ones you've seen out in the wasteland. Let me mark all the rest of these as hostile because indeed they are hostile. I accidentally now have 2 RoboBrain 3s out there because they're from separate encounters, so I could keep up with things easier. So that's going to be interesting. And there we go. And so we're at the top of the round. It is the Annihilator Sentrybot's turn. I gave it away. It will target one of the lieutenants as it sees that as its first target. It doesn't seem to care that Bane is over there. It doesn't see it as an issue. And it will fire 2 things off its back, hitting. And those of you from the Brotherhood, recognize the telltale sign of mortars. And you're a little surprised that the room is big enough for the mortars to go up and reach their arc and come back down. And yes, that dealt quite a bit of damage to that Red River lieutenant. And fortunately, nobody was close enough to him because there's quite the blast on these things.
Yeah, I made sure I was looking for spacing there. The Assaultron, I think, has rockets on it. So
Yeah.
No,
the Assaultron doesn't have rockets.
okay.
The big guy does.
Yeah, all right.
As a miss. And the audio is only worked on success for plasma rifle. Okay. He will fire at that. Dealing no damage.
Well,
Do they have any luck?
Those guys do
showing
not.
that it didn't actually get through.
Yeah, it didn't get through the armor on it.
Huh.
Oh no, they do actually have luck. We'll look into using that later.
Yeah, that's fine.
With the long range laser head, the Sultron fires at you / hitting. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
4,
Brotherhood right
5,
leg.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Damage composition
12.
is a what?
It's not doing vicious correctly at all.
Oh, okay.
So it hits your right leg.
Right. Correct.
So your energy resistance is 9. Oh no, I guess
Oh,
it did do vicious correctly because it put 3 on there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's just not showing us. Well, it is showing it right there at the top. It's not giving a damage total. They used to have the damage total in there. I don't know why they took it away. I'm going to complain about that again. Jack, your turn.
All right. Okay, so swap out and might as well use this. Okay, so
As a hit, needed 1. So
We got
an
plenty of
action point.
AP for damage. Yeah.
yep, and piercing.
Ooh.
Huh. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Because all of it got through, or it pierced 6. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming all of it.
Yeah, it all got through.
Yeah, because it says damage 6.
Yeah. So.
All right. Anything else, Jack?
Here. Probably not a good idea, but still. And yeah, I think that's my. Yeah.
Okay. Slash, your turn.
To make sure I keep some spacing, I'm gonna move away a little bit from everybody else. And I say that don't get too close. Spread out.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell Lieutenant Dan, because I'm in the middle of combat and can't think very well. Lieutenant Dan, work on those fences. Get us out of here. And I'm going to shoot this guy with my assault rifle.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh.
In addition to,
You have that, yes.
In addition to,
I get to re-roll a d20. I re-roll that 20, and it's 18. All right.
All right. So you got 3 successes. The defense was 2, so you get 1 action point there.
Woohoo! That's good to know. All right, use your AP for targeting this guy.
Or roll low.
Going. Well, yeah, I'm just saying, use AP to get an extra dice to, get that second success.
Yeah.
2 for Commando, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to luck that.
Yep. That's fine. I understand. I go find his sheet.
okay, so 8 damage total.
8 damage. Now, where did it go? To his right arm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right arm. This is physical damage. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's...
I'm not gonna say anything, but you hear the bullets hitting metal, like and tick, 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 tick.
All right. So then I'm gonna burst Robo Brain 2 with the other 2 burst.
Robo Brain 2. Okay. Let me see if I can drag it onto the icon on the map. Does that work? It does.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't have to scroll the combat tracker around to find it.
So do that twice. Yeah.
Yep. Twice.
All right.
I mean, actually, I haven't scrolled the combat tracker to find him to make sure that it did indeed actually go through. Yeah. All right. Good. Good. That works.
All right.
Anything else?
So action Jackson.
Okay.
Spending 2 AP for an action doesn't increase the difficulty. I'm going to spend 3 more on the action roll.
You notice how he tells everybody else to use your action points to get the extra dice for the hits on the Annihilator, and then he uses them all.
Well, I'm about to, re-up that.
You hope.
Hmm.
I mean,
There
you
we
usually
go.
do pretty well, but there's always the chance.
Yeah. There is a
So you got
chance.
6 and 4, so they bring you up to 6. All right.
All right.
Damage.
So Commando and fire rate 4. So 6 extra dice there. There we go.
Okay, that's closer. Huh. Alright.
2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put. So I got 5 burst there. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put. Oh poo. One of those into RoboBrain 2.
Okay. Go grab it and drag it. Actually, the next one, see if you can drag it and drop it. So left click and hold the number.
What?
Yeah.
The damage there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 11 from
The dice.
No, not the dice.
Okay.
The one
Burst.
The burst, where it says Ron/Howard, burst damage, physical, assault rifle, qualities, location. So just it has the blood drop,
Okay.
then it has the fire like thing. Yeah. And where did you drop it?
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So you can drop it too. So that's 2. It's 3.
More.
Where's the 4th one going?
Oh, did it not? Okay. Oh, I have to do it from the original. Okay.
Yeah, from the original. All right. So we got 1 rubber brain died.
I figured I was hoping to at least take that one out, and then I just whittle on the other one.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's me.
All right. Squire Eugene, your turn.
So 1 AP is 1 attack dice. 3 AP is 2 attack dice.
Fix.
And the difficulty is 2,
Oh,
you said,
yeah.
for the big guy? Just for the big guy. So it depends on what you want to shoot at. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that sentry bot.
All right.
Yes. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 AP for 2 more D20s. And
Nice.
before we add anything, I'm gonna use cautious nature to reroll one of those D20s.
Okay.
19.
Which one are you going to reroll?
The 19.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, you're. So that is another success.
Yeah, that isn't it. Yeah, 14. Yeah.
All right. And damage.
All right. I will. And it's the sorry for damage dice. Is it?
It's 1 for 1. 1 for 1.
I'll spend 3 to give me more damage die, and then also fire rate as well. So, let's see. Yeah, I would just right click once then.
You have a fire rate of 2? You do it
Two.
twice.
Oh, so okay, that's all right. So 1, 2.
And the expenditure for that is a bullet for every point
Every
that you
fire
spend.
rate. Yeah.
Every fire rate. So if you only do 1, you spend 1. If you do 2, then you spend 2. I do 4,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I spend 4.
So the initial fire, if you don't add any extra dice, that's no ammo used.
It's
just
usually
the
1 when you
damage.
roll the d20.
1. Yeah, it uses 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Right. So yeah,
Wow.
I'll re-roll some luck.
All right.
1 luck is 3.
Point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be 2. And then,
Well, at least you got another effect there.
and it's
Or you got a
vicious.
effect.
All right. Are you going to re-roll the other 3? Or just the 1 set?
Yeah, if I could.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can spend as much luck as you want on that reroll.
Yeah, reroll the
each,
other 3
each dice can only be rerolled once. So
Right.
you've now rerolled all the blanks. So if you wanted to, you could reroll the 3 that came up with damage to try and get more effects, but that's entirely up to you. It would still require a luck point to be spent.
Right. I think I'll pull it there.
Okay. All right. So we got 9 damage plus the vicious on the robots. That's another 3. That's 12 damage. And now let me go do the math on his damage reductions. This is an energy weapon.
Right arm. Right arm.
Yeah, he's got the same damage reduction on all locations.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that's good to know.
So 12 damage minus the damage reduction brings us to that. Okay. You see a bit of a scorch marking on his armor after you blast him with that laser.
Right. And I'll just stay put.
All right. Bane.
Usually, yeah. Might as well try it.
What's he gonna do?
Try and fight the robot.
All right.
Has been wounded.
All right.
These
Get you a
glasses.
nice piece of chunky metal there.
Right.
Oof.
There you go.
Still,
With
So
hit.
safe.
And an action point as well. Damage. I didn't.
Durr.
When did he get that much damage, Dice?
Yeah, he's a glass cannon, dude. He's vicious.
I've forgotten he's got that much damage, Dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just found somebody peeled some armor and he just pulled the power core or something.
Yeah, he's got something in his mouth.
Holy cow.
Something important. He didn't need that.
That's awesome. So Bane goes up. He's looking at this thing. He saw some laser blasts go by, and actually some bounced off of the Annihilator and came over and ricocheted off of the Rubber Brain, exposing a large piece of wire in the torso. And Bane just like goes in. You see his nose and his jaw and mouth are just kind of disappear inside the Rubber Brain's body, and then come back out with a whole mess of wires. And the Rubber Brain just kind of like freezes up and falls to the ground. And Bane turns at you with a huge wad of wires in his mouth, and you almost think it's like he's smiling at you. It's like, I got one. All right. That's awesome.
He's vicious.
Yeah. All right. Rubber Brain is going to roll up and target our good
He's
man.
gonna stand on the body of his dead comrade.
It's kind of like when you see these bodies fall, now that you mentioned it, they're all kind of like being absorbed into the floor.
Oh, that's good.
He fires an electrical weapon at you that you've never seen before, Slash.
All right.
No, I'm not. Here.
You gonna re-roll that. There you
There.
go.
And I get an action point there. So I gave you guys 3 action points. 'Cause
Yeah,
I couldn't remember the
that's
exact
cool,
things I
man.
needed to do to re-roll. So I was like, here you go, 3 action points. I'm re-rolling this because I am hitting with this. I am going to hit. Because it's that good.
It's just where you generate any. Oh, there you go.
Oh, and your stinking armor.
You need more AP for that.
I'm about to get it. Rubber Brain 3. Goodness. I wonder if they fixed the targeting allies yet. Sent in the last update. There we go. Action point. And that was the Mesbatron. Yep. They have not fixed it.
On Bane?
goodness. Yep, on Bane. 3 damage to Bane. I'll let you do all the math on that there, Jack. Since it's
That probably doesn't
out.
go through.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not.
And
So,
energy?
yes, energy.
Okay, so limb.
Left hind leg.
Yeah, left front.
Left hind.
Hind.
Yeah.
Okay, 3.
Yeah.
That's the energy reduction.
Okay, that's all good. Moving on to 4, and that's probably the last time I'll target Bane because that error message is really annoying. And aside from the occasional
Bane has
times where
plot armor.
yeah, he's got some plot armor going on there. If he gets really
They don't see him
annoying-
as a threat. They don't see him as a threat. Yeah.
yeah.
Huh, I wonder if it's in the other...
1 damage got through to him. They got some pretty good damage reduction on those initiate uniforms. Right, he's character sheet. I keep forgetting that. Oh no, Squire Thompson missed.
Because he's not doing his job.
All right, which one is this? This one is number 1. So you do see that this initiate, he doesn't shoot. He turns around. He starts working on the towers or the pillars that are thrown up an electrical fence, blocking you from the exit. He's only gotten there now, and he's looking at it. We'll start making rolls for it later.
Okay.
This one is going to target and fire. Actually, move in so that it is close range, and then fire. Otherwise, rifle is close range. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. But he runs out of ammo. He'll have to reload next turn. All right. That brings us to the top of the round. So I think a little bit of play testing here because I'm turning this into a module to sell. I think I've decided on how this actually works. There we go. Yeah. Instead of every 5th turn or every 2nd turn, it's when a certain number of robots remain. That makes more sense, I think. All right. The Annihilator, Sentry Bot. You ready for this? Slash?
Come on, bring it. That's why I'm up front.
He rolls around over to you.
He
Gets
charges.
in real close. Yep. That is the hit. And I'm going to add in some damage dice.
Ooh,
Good
go down
night.
there.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. That's
He does not have luck, so that's that. But he spun his wheels and tried to run into you and run you over a little bit there.
Gotcha.
Little success. The Red River Company person who was targeting him earlier kind of sees him focusing on you and changes his approach and goes after the Sultron in the back.
There you go.
And you do notice that this is the Red River guy that you had been talking to. That is now kind of just letting that Annihilator work you over.
It's all right. It's all right. I got something for it.
He'll use his fire rate of 2, dealing a critical hit.
Yeah.
The other one, not the one you've been talking to, does kind of stay focused on the Annihilator. As a hit.
Does it need a 2 difficulty?
Oh, yeah, it does. Well, dealt 0 damage anyway.
yep.
So, that's my bad. I was
Sorry.
on autopilot there a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Not all of our stuff is defense 1 anymore. Oh, ouch.
There's my action points.
You gotta spend them. There you go.
Power armor.
Put the vicious in there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know if it
7.
really is or not. It should be.
So it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Let me look at his. It's number 1. So this is why. It looks like I put the damage through correctly. Yeah. Because that hit where?
Yeah.
Right leg. Yeah, it's putting the damage through. I wish it would give more detail in that output there.
Yeah.
because that's an incorrect summary of what actually happened damage-wise.
All right.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because it only says 1 here, but I'm assuming it
if
put
he
more
got
on.
5
Yeah.
out of it instead, yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm going to try and give a real detailed bug report on that. See if I can get them to fix it. 'Cause it used to be better. And then when they
Yeah,
decided to redo it from the ground up, they changed so much. And
mhm.
there's a lot of things that we used to have that we don't have anymore. That was a bad choice, I think. Jack, I see you've already got the Annihilator targeted.
Yep. And switch my gun to the shiny new. Bad idea to do it with friendlies engaged with it, but gonna do it anyways. Aw,
That is a
man.
miss.
Luck.
All right. Re-rolling the 12 or the 16?
The 16 at this point.
Okay.
No.
Man.
10, 9, 8.
Yeah. So I really need to get that skill up.
Hmm.
Oh, that's, what is that? Big guns?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Missile launcher.
All right. Anything else? Or other reroll or anything?
Oh. That's not gonna do anything until I hit. Yeah, I guess I'll try.
There's something about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because blast is blasted. Okay. That gets through.
Yep. That will get through. All right. So you hit. Roll damage.
Alright. And I do have size matters, which gives another d6. I might have to,
Get up and right click.
hmm. You've got to be. Alright.
Yeah, it's, I think its damage reduction is like a 7 or so.
Okay.
All right. So that makes it 10. That makes the 4 a 5.
Yep.
So you scroll up to him, and you'll add in another 2 to the base damage. And blast is half damage. 5 to what was the
It says the torso. Oh.
Well, the blast. I was talking about who's going to hit. Who's going to hit. So, real quick, kneecapper targets leg. When this weapon is used to make an attack against target's leg. Okay, so you didn't target the leg.
No, but
so the blast 5 damage to Jack and Rubber Brain 1.
You mean slash?
Yes, slash, not Jack. My bad.
It's all good.
yeah.
My DP, my physical resistance should soak that.
Yep. All right. Anything else, Jack?
Move to here.
Okay. When you hit the Annihilator with that missile launcher, you see its upper torso immediately spin around, and it begins looking at you, and you see the laser sighting is now following you as you move.
Okay.
Slash, your turn.
spend 3 AP for the attack.
Okay.
I'm pulling out my super sledgehammer.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. Perfect time. Oof. Ah. Right.
2 action points earned. All right. Damage.
I'm just going to use the damage as is.
Holy crap.
Breaking 7
Yep.
to the right leg.
And we did discover the other day that even though this summary is a bit confusing, it's applying the damage correctly with breaking and everything. So, ouch. Very ouch. But still standing.
I'm going to spend 2 AP for another action jackson.
Oh, swing again.
Swing, banana, swing.
I am going to take the other AP. I know this dropping us to 0, but hopefully generate a little bit.
You didn't have him targeted. Make sure you target him before you roll damage.
All right, thank you.
You needed 2. You got 4, so that's going to be 2 action points.
Is it going to do a location? Do I need to do the attack again?
Don't worry about the location. Because his armor is not like that kind of armor, like the power armor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the location's not really going to be an issue. Oof. And it did pick a location anyway when you rolled the damage.
Okay. To the head.
Okay. Yeah, he was distracted by Jack, so you got in a couple of good hits there. Is that it?
Yeah, that's going to be it. 2 swings of the sledgehammer.
Squire Eugene.
All right. Me attacking this big guy with my laser rifle still.
All right.
Gonna burn 1 action point to give me an extra d20. It's targeted.
Pew pew.
All right.
Look,
Cautious
Needed-
nature.
Yep, cautious nature. Reroll that 20 there. 13. That's another
a success.
success. So that gives you guys an action point. Do you want to luck the 17 or just leave it as is?
I'll leave it.
All right. Damage, please.
I'll spend 1 of those action points if that's all right.
Yeah, sorry I didn't leave much, but I
You
needed
get
to
it,
hit
you
it a
get-
couple. I need to hit it a couple hard times.
And 1, 2 for fire rate.
All right.
Yeah, it's and then vicious.
Yeah, it's applying the vicious already.
Okay, good.
Is the armor broken?
But yeah, that's why that base 7 got through
Okay.
plus the vicious. I know exactly where he was just a minute ago, and it applied to everything quickly. And
I'm just
Yeah.
making. Yeah. That's why I use the sledgehammer. So.
yeah, but he's still standing. He's looking much worse for the wear. You see armor parts, hanging off of him and everything. There's a few exposed wires and gear joints here and there, but somehow he still looks mean, if not meaner than before.
Okay.
Or it, rather. All right. Anything else, Squire Eugene?
Oh, I meant to ask. Is aiming a minor action?
Yes, aiming is a minor action.
And is that what does that actually do? It just reduces the difficulty, or
No, it is minor actions. Aim. allows you to reroll 1d20 on the first attack roll you make in that turn.
Huh.
Okay.
The first
Yeah,
attack.
you mind if I retcon that? Because I meant to aim, and then I can just try to re-roll, just try to fish for another AP.
Yeah,
essentially.
just throw that 17 again.
Fish complete.
One extra action point. All right. Yeah, that's a fine retcon because it's only affecting the action point, not the damage outcome. Because you did pretty good damage in this case. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. Bane.
Buoyed from the previous experience. Let's try that again.
That is a hit.
Okay. Sorry.
You know.
And with that vicious, he's getting all that damage through.
Yeah, that right arm. You grabbed a hold of the right arm. And, yeah, I'm taking you over here. I found a bone.
Oh, all of a sudden I have the image of that pit bull Rottweiler, not
hanging.
which just airborne on somebody's arm and as they're flailing.
Well, as you all know, the torsos of the Robobrains are able to spin independently from the tracks that they have. So as all of you are kind of focusing on this Annihilator Sentry Bot, you hear Bane growling and everything. You hear a high-pitched mechanical whine, and when you take a look over, you see this Robobrain just spinning, and Bane's out there holding on for dear life onto this arm as the Robobrain's trying to throw him off of his arm.
Digging in deeper.
Robobrain 1 targets slash, and we'll try this Tesla gun again. Nope. I'm not targeting Bane anymore. I'm so sick of that error message.
Yeah, well, he's spinning around and around anyhow. He'd be a hard target.
Yeah.
So we're finding ways to make plot armor for Bane.
Yeah.
Oof.
Blast, but nobody's getting any. Nobody's close enough for it.
Poison.
Huh? Yeah. There's all kinds of surprises in here for you guys.
Poison. Smoke claws. Okay.
This one is going to. I'm not going to target anything because he's just. He's trying to get Bane off of him. So we're going to set the difficulty to. We'll put it at 2 because. Yeah. Why not? And no.
Nope.
Not wanting to hit Bane, Squire Thompson will change targets. He is still... He's got long range, right? Yeah, that thing's long range. There we go. That's a good hit. With 2 damage after, what is it? Piercing and vicious.
Okay.
Or 4 damage actually getting through after piercing and vicious, so that's good.
And it's showing it this time. Yay!
Well, it's showing something.
Piercing.
The piercing, yeah. It's not showing the vicious. And at least not in the calculation there. I don't know. It's... They need to work on it. Okay, Brotherhood of Steel Initiate is working on the electrical fence here. He's going to approach it with science, which is a
Blinded me with science.
and that's target number of 7. Is there another way? There it goes. Okay. Getting right there. He fails,
Miserably.
and
Is he dancing a jig?
Oh, yeah.
that was the
ouch.
wrong dice. That was the wrong dice.
Yeah.
There.
That's
I rolled the regular d6 instead of the combat d6. He takes 9 electrical damage and
Minus
is
3.
thrown back. Yes, you're right, minus 3. So it should be at that. He gets thrown back onto his butt. He is now prone.
Got it.
You all right, Initiate?
He looks up at you. His hands, the gloves he's wearing, are smoking, and you see where they're singed and everything. He looks at you and says, "I don't know about this one, Squire. It's new, really new." And he just kind of falls back and out of breath for a moment and tries to stay low as there's continuous fire going around everywhere.
Weren't you taught to turn the breaker box off first?
Can you show me where it is? And he kind of just looks around and like, wait, where is the breaker box?
I just chuckle knowing he's all right.
All right, needed 1, got 2. That's an action point for you guys. You're welcome. And got some damage through. Not dead. All right, that's the end of that round. Coming back to the top of the round, the Annihilator Sentry Bot still has its eye on you, Slash.
Oh, I bet.
Give me one moment here because this is. I need you to be able to hear this, and I know it's not going to work because it's a different name on the Sentry Bot for some reason. So I got to create a new one and adjust the regex. There we go. That should work. If not, I'll be upset. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright. Needed 1, got 3. That's 2 action points. And he'll be out of ammo on the next round for the Gatling gun.
Oh. He was dazed, so you need to spend 2 AP.
Okay. All good. And
Okay, this is gonna suck. Somebody.
what? What?
What'd you hit?
It just fired at Jack at his torso. Did it not?
Oh,
damage your
torso.
armor?
No. My DP is 16 on my.
No, at Jack. At Jack.
Oh, Jack.
Okay.
He's.
Yeah. Your physical resistance is 10. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then it did apply 1 wound to the torso.
To the armor.
So.
Yeah. Well, he has 3 burst and 3 spread. Yeah, he's going to put it all into the burst. We're not going to worry about spread because that ain't going to. Well, let's look at
Yeah, half
spread
damage
is
isn't
half
going to do
damage.
anything.
Yeah, that's not going to do a thing.
Yeah.
So he's going to burst, The laser will quickly flip over to the Red River Company guy, dealing 5 damage to him. He has now received a critical injury to his head.
He's dazed.
And then he'll flip back around. He's just spinning back and forth, flip back around, and drop a burst on Slash, which went to your left arm. What is your left arm?
8.
8. So you took some wounds to the armor itself, but no damage to you. All right. And I've already spent AP. I was going to make him go twice. But I can't spend AP for an action twice in the same turn. So he's done.
Yeah, that sledgehammer to the head.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Ongoing damage. Nice.
Yep, ongoing damage. So that's what the bleeding is for the robots. Okay. I'll have to remember that and see if I'll have to find the commands they put in there to use that so I can use it on others when we don't have it. So this Red River guy, not too happy about being shot at by the Annihilator. He's going to turn around. He's going to use the aim action. Actually, he's going to target. Try and target a specific part. So not the aim action. Recoil compensating plasma rifle, fire. And we're going for the torso, specifically something on the torso. He misses, however, he's going to use his action, or his luck. He'll use 2 luck. Reroll both of those. There we go. What was the target number? Target number 11, so 2. And that one is a crit, so that's 3 successes against the 2. You guys get an action point back. Or not back, but you gain another action point. And then he will fire or deal damage with his fire rate. Okay. He'll use his last luck. Reroll the 2 blanks there. Getting 2 more damage, which gets added to the one that got through. That is more than enough. He hit the fusion core on the back of the sentry bot. It is now in overload mode. And explodes right where it is. Let's see, where is it? There
At the end of the turn? At the end of the turn?
At the end of the lieutenant's turn, and it is now the end of his turn.
No, the end of the round. Excuse me, that's what I meant to say.
Nope.
Let's see if the Annihilator's cinch, but nope, it's not. It's not an end of the round. It is a.
Yeah, I was trying.
I
It
understand.
requires a major action.
I'm using the self-destruct rules. Although it's not technically the self-destruct, it is having the same effect because he hit the fusion core.
Okay. So this is an involuntary version thereof.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a thing.
However, I don't have rules on. It doesn't tell me the damage. Why doesn't it give me damage?
Doesn't.
Soltron also has a self-destruct. Let's see if it has. It does not. Okay, this is
An unfortunate setup.
yeah.
Protectron. Da, 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 da. Okay, self-destruct from Protectron is body and melee, target number 7, 6, DC 6, well, 6 attack,
6.
Damage dice, physical damage, blast quality.
Okay. I found it for the sentry bot too. Apparently, I either missed it when I built this guy or something. 6DC6. 4, 5, 6. So that's 4 damage coming at you. Slash, put it towards the torso. And then I gotta do it on this rubber brain as well. 4. 3. Okay. And then the Annihilator Centribot is gone.
Okay.
Other Red River guy. And he's out of ammo. Sultron. Laser. How are you doing over there? Slash.
So I took 4 to the torso.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a damage reduction of 14 for energy.
Okay.
Physical.
This would have been
Yeah.
physical.
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you took it in. However, you can't help but see the Red River Company guy over there just kind of taking a look to see how you're doing.
Yeah. Mostly it's just a little bit of wounds on the armor.
All right. Alright, so the Assaultron has fired, has hit. Here's the damage to Slash, hitting your torso again with 8 energy damage that is doing nothing.
Yep. 14 resistance.
Jack, your turn.
Alright. Just 1 second. Alright, so move to here. And hopefully I can spend it to get it. And
There you go.
yep.
To the head.
Alright.
And
Well, yeah, 3 action points. Alright, damage.
yeah, I'll spend one for extra die. Really?
I know, right? Well, at least you got 2 effects. The vicious.
True.
Yeah, three damage went through from the base damage there. And then it applies the vicious behind the scenes.
Yeah, and I'll luck. This-
Oh no!
You know what?
Wow,
That's just yeah. That's the thing.
that's a sign. Sign of some kind. I'm
Man.
not sure what, but that's a sign. Anything else?
Take what you got, or yeah, that's me.
All right. Slash.
Of course, would have been bear with the tooth.
All right, moving to there. All right.
Sledgehammer in hand. I'm gonna whack that thing.
Okay.
That's fitting. And are you going to allow a reroll?
No. Because. Yeah, that. Your sledgehammer, you bring it around. Your sledgehammer encounters the electrical field before it gets to the actual pylon. The sledgehammer
Yeah,
gets
I guess
caught.
the swinging arc. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It gets caught in there and never even impacts the pylon. It is now stuck and being pulled in, and you see the electrical arcs coming up the hammer, up the shaft, making its
I'll
way
let go.
to your hand.
I'll let go. I'll let go.
No. This is
I spent a minor
athletics.
action to let go.
This is going to be an athletics difficulty of 2. Roll.
Okay, all right.
Well,
You
Pull that out,
barely let go
Barely.
before the electricity reaches your hands, and you can see the like small little sparks trying to reach out, kind of like fingers trying to reach out and touch your metal hands as you begin to back away.
That's a nope.
And then after a moment, the hammer just kind of gets pulled in. It's all encompassed in the wall, and you can see it beginning to deform.
Oh no. Not my super sledgehammer.
Ron / Howard. Today we mourn the passing of your hammer. Please remove it
You
from your
already take it out?
inventory. I have
Okay,
not.
all right.
I will put that on you to remove it from your inventory.
Let's see.
Unless that's too much salt in the wound, I could go do it.
No, that's good. I like it. Where is it? What is it called?
so
Super sledgehammer. Okay.
Super
Inventory. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right. Guess I don't know exactly how. Oh, a right click.
Right-click the lightning
Hammer.
bolt area, I think, and then you should have a delete option.
Delete item. There we go. All right. Man, I'm always losing my little cheese factories.
Well, I think that's the first time it's been in this manner. You traded it last time, right?
Yeah. I traded it. In frustration, I'm going to spend 2 AP for an action.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'm going to generate some action points here. Or can I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you haven't spent AP for another action yet, so.
So I'm going to target number 1 here, Robo Brain 1.
Okay.
And generate a little AP.
All right. 3 successes on the 1, so that's 2 action points. All right.
I'll put the other burst into it.
Into it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll go and I'll do the dragon for now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Every now and then you guys can do it. Just we need to be like who's doing it.
Gotcha.
On each given time. If you guys don't say I'm dragging it, then I'll by default I'll drag it over.
Right. Got it.
All right. That is your actions. Action point action.
Yeah, that's it.
Squire
That's
Eugene. Squire Eugene, you see that this brother initiate on the floor. He's still recovering. You can tell that the amount of electrical damage he took was significant. He's not looking very good at all. He's still very much awake, aware, alive, and everything, but his system definitely took a hit.
Okay. I don't have any healing items. Would I be able to just attempt to, like, any kind of triage or anything to?
You don't have any healing items?
I don't believe so, unless I glossed over it.
Oh, I guess I forgot to give you any when we created your character. I should have done that. I will retcon that right now because you should have some. Put that there, and adjust the numbers. Have 2 of those, but you have 10 of those. Okay, so you got your standard issue from the Brotherhood is 2 stim packs and 10 diluted stim packs. And you should see those in your inventory now.
Okay, I see him. And, sorry, do I think a diluted stim pack will be enough to just keep this guy going?
Oh yeah, the diluted, I think it is half the healing. Yeah, heals 2 HP, whereas the regular does 4. Yeah, I mean he's still going right now. It's just,
His bell is well and truly rung.
yeah. So what you do with that information is up to you. What you glean from it is up to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking I've only got the 2 full-on stim packs, and he's not full-on dying, so it's more just like, here, this will take the edge off. And I'll go ahead and move forward.
All right.
Can you do that with a? Can you do that with a miner?
Yeah, we're getting to that.
Okay.
So don't hit the consume button because that will use it on you. Just adjust the number down to 9. I will adjust his HP accordingly. And then that is your minor action. You still have a major action left.
Okay. I believe I'm in range for the... And,
Yep, if you got medium, you're in range.
Yeah, and I am intentionally just getting really close to that lieutenant and firing a laser past the lieutenant.
Okay. Because he is that close in the line and you're doing it on purpose, the difficulty is actually going to be 2 instead of the Assaultron's typical 1.
Okay. Yeah, this is a combo warning shot and trying to hit the Assaultron.
Yeah.
And let's see, and I will spend an action point to get an extra 20. Can't aim. Yeah, already spent the minor, so I can't aim.
6.
So, shooter here.
3 once, 3.
Almost.
All right.
Yeah, I'll keep it. I won't fish for a crit.
You got 5 successes. We're having to adjust the difficulty after the fact because I can't. When you have something targeted, I can't adjust it in the moment for the rolls. So,
Okay.
Its defense is 1. We put it up to 2 because you're trying to do the warning shot. So you have 3 extra successes. It gives you 4 action points. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. I'll spend 1 for an extra damage dice.
Okay.
I'll keep it.
Okay. As you do, the laser blast goes extremely close to that Red River Company's lieutenant's helmet. You think you may have even singed his helmet a bit. And he turns and he yells and says, "What the heck you do? You nearly took my head off." And as he does that, you hear from behind you the very tone-changed, "I am in command here," voice of Squire Thompson. Senior Squire Thompson says, "Squire Eugene, you do not stoop to their level. You will not do that again. I will take you out myself in the middle of this battle. You understand me?"
Yes, sir.
He, even through the power armor and his voice. Huh?
I just kind of slump, head down, slump a little bit. Yes, sir.
Squire Thompson keeps his rifle aimed at the robots going on. He sees your reaction and quickly returns his head and his eyes' attention back to the action going on, accepting your answer. All right. Anything else?
That'll be it.
All right. We do have a rubber brain down. Which one? There's that one.
Yeah, it just somehow it didn't. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't remove it from the combat tracker, so its token got left.
That's okay. All right.
All right, Bane.
Let's see if I can. Yeah. No.
Know what?
I'm gonna luck that 20.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm taking it.
That's rough.
So it's swinging around on the arm?
It is still swinging around on the arm. It does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
But it hits Jack.
So as it's spinning around, this robot is just like it has ramped up its motor as fast as it'll go to spin the torso and try and get this mangy dog off of its arm, to the point where Bane and the arm just go flying off. The arm is separated from the body, taking all kinds of wires and everything with it that should not have come with it if the arm came off in a normal way, ripping the guts out of the robot's torso once again. However, at the point that it released, Bane and the arm are about right here, and so they're flying towards the fence. And Jack, as you turn and you see this, Bane is actually facing you, arm still in mouth, wires coming out of the arm, pulling all other kinds of wires out of the robot's torso. And once again, you just see this little, it's got to be a smile coming up on Bane's face. He's like, I got another one, as he hits the fence.
Ooh, okay. This is gonna hurt.
8 damage to the torso.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets thrown back out.
Okay, so 5. This is a DR3. And then does he take from the tumble?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like doing the math and figuring out how much it should be or anything like that. So we're just doing defense.
And,
All right. How's Bane doing?
5 damage off of 25.
Okay.
So he's all right.
Put that there in the combat tracker so I know as well. All right. Anything else for Bane?
Sit there kind of dazed.
Yeah.
Because that's...
That's something else, huh?
yeah.
All right. Tesla gun. Ooh. I like that. I got to find an audio file for the Tesla gun, too.
Arc.
An arc. Oh, yeah. That would work. Yeah, damage resistance, probably.
Don't have enough,
Thompson.
Didn't have enough damage
Found
dice.
a sound effect from a Tesla coil, that would be
Yeah.
sure fairly good.
Yeah, probably. There we go. Needed 1, got 3, so you guys get 2 action points. Getting 3 through. Alright. The initiate stands up, looks at you as if, thanks for the stim there, buddy. Don't worry about Squire Thompson. Yeah, he probably agrees with what you did, but, you know, the seniors, they got to keep the right persona going, you know? And he pats you on the metal shoulder as he makes his way back to the fence.
Give a quick nod.
And the others Scribe or initiate will target and fire. Missing. As he misses mostly because his attention is actually somewhere else, as he's just kind of like firing, covering fire as he pulls back to most likely assist the other initiate with defense. And that is the end of that round. You feel the floor rumbling beneath you.
Again. Yeah.
The lieutenant will target the rubber brain here. That is a hit. And damage. That one is done. I'll remove it from the map momentarily. The Assaultron. Oh, goodness. More action points for you guys. 3 damage getting through. The Assaultron is going to fire back at this one. Going to use that. I like it. And that. The Red River Lieutenant is dead.
Oh,
Okay.
which one?
The one that you had been
Number
talking
one.
to.
Oh, the one that near Bane?
Yep.
Yep, that's fine. And switching back to the rifle. Alright, let's... Switching rifle. Huh. Well,
Well,
that hit.
yeah, it hit.
Uh,
6 damage you got through.
Okay. And then move forward here. Fix that target problem they have. And that's that for me.
All right. Slash.
I'd like to move there and target the Assaultron.
All right.
1 AP for the attack.
Oh, that's 4 action points.
Damage 2 for commando, 1, 2, 3, 4 for fire rate. One, 2, 3. I'll put all 3 bursts into it.
Okay. That would be probably more than enough if I can actually. There we go.
Oh,
Now it's
I'm
trying-
sorry. I could drag it over.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I'm already working on it. And last one. Oh, no. Oh, no, it is. Where did it go down?
It was dying the first. It died on the first burst.
First person. Okay, yeah. All right. So it's down. You have, well, you're not sure how long you have. The floor is rumbling. Senior Squire Thompson turns to you, Squire Eugene, and says, Eugene, help the initiates with that wall. It might be a little bit beyond their skill set. And the Squire turns back to the rest of you and says, we need a formal line back here. They're coming up there. You don't want to be in the middle of all that.
Okay. Can I spend my minor action to move? Or
We're in between rounds right now, so
okay.
move however you wish.
However, or
Yep, however you wish. No actions or anything like that right now. We're in between rounds as the floor is just rumbling beneath you. Eugene's coming down to work on the wall. So we're going to spend a little bit of time with Eugene here working on the wall. The body of the Red River Company guy?
Oh, yeah. Can we revive him?
No.
Or is he dead?
Do you really
He's
want to?
dead. And his body was absorbed by the floor.
Oh.
Just like all the
Okay.
bodies of all the robots have been.
So, yeah.
On repeat.
Yeah, definitely work on that. Let's get, yeah.
All right. Eugene,
Get that
you
thing.
get to the wall here. You see that in between all the pillars, or of course, it's you recognize it. So while you've never seen it necessarily, a lot of it in person, you recognize it as Tesla energy. And so it is anything metal is going to get attracted to it and just kind of pulled in the way Slash's hammer was. But biological components will get hit and thrown back out like Bane and the other initiate had happened to them. It does, of course, deal significant damage on contact. This seems like a more advanced version of the laser wire that is at Ravenwatch, where you met up with the group at a couple of days ago.
So, I'm gonna move it over here real quick.
Okay.
Exit my power armor.
All right.
And so that's where I'll leave it there, and then I will come back just as close to the fence as I can without actually, cutting it.
Mhm.
And I will go ahead and look at one of these pylons here and just tinker with it, see if I can work on disabling it.
Okay. This is going to require a science roll. The difficulty is 5, so any do make sure to look at your perks and everything, just see what you got there, tools you have that makes things easier because it is a difficulty 5. You do have 8 action points as well to assist with the difficulty. And the both initiates are here to assist you. They will be making the same roll that you do, except they don't get to use any perks or action points. They just get the standard D20s, and their successes only count if you have at least one success yourself.
Okay.
So you can
Um,
spend up to 6 action points, I think, on a roll, and it'll give you 2 extra dice, I believe. So, or 3 extra dice.
Three.
Yeah, that'd be 3
yeah.
extra dice.
Yeah.
Yes, one, 3, and then 6.
Now,
So,
before you
yeah.
go and spend 6 action points on this first roll, this is going to be a staged test, meaning this is not the. Once you get past this first check, there are other checks beyond it.
Gotcha. Difficulty 5. I'll spend 3 action points for some extra dice. And you said it was the intelligence science.
Yes. So it should just be click the science roll and you'll be good.
And I'll cautious nature
Yes.
the 17.
Okay.
Absolutely being cautious in here.
So you still.
You succeed, but
You do succeed. Let's go ahead and your assistants are rolling as well. So you have 5 successes, 6 successes altogether. So you do earn back 1 action point on this. You were able to successfully pull a panel off of this pillar, and you now have access to the wiring and the internal mechanics of the system. This does bring, now that things are more apparent, there's nothing like hiding the actual workings of everything. This brings the difficulty down to 3. However, because the system is on and you're working with live wires, the critical threat range has been increased to C3, which means oh, come on. 18 to 20 is now your critical rolls instead of just the 20s.
You have complications.
Yeah, complication. That's the word. Complication is 18 to 20 now.
Okay. I'll do the same. Spend 3 action points and give myself 2. And it's is this another science roll?
Yes.
Okay. And just gonna try to disable it.
Okay, well, the science roll is only going to be to figure out what's going on. If you want to disable it, you'll need to do the intelligence repair.
Gotcha. I'll figure it out. I'll try to figure out what's going on before I attempt to repair anything.
Okay.
So, cautious nature and luck.
Okay.
So that'll be 2d20. Oh,
Okay.
Okay, well,
So you get 1 out of the way, and that does become a success. So you have 3 successes. Let's go and roll your assistance here. There's another success. That's 4 successes and 5 successes on the difficulty 3. So that's 2 action points. And you did have 1 complication at the end after all the rerolls. You receive a pretty solid jolt of this Tesla energy, but because you did not interact directly with the fence, it's going to be reduced damage count. You're taking about 70% of the total juice instead of the 100%. So that's going to be 7 damage dice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take 2 damage. Because you're working with your hands, there's no damage reduction in play here. So you'll take that 2 damage directly into your wounds. Okay.
and presumably when you took that, you happened to jolt backwards, correct?
No, because it wasn't technically the fence Tesla. It's the Tesla energy that's running through the wires where his hands are at right now. So he's in there probing around with his hands, trying to understand what's going on, and he touches a exposed live wire, essentially. Not enough.
I'm just trying to deduct HP.
Oh, I do. So if you go to your combat tab, you'll see HP, rad, and wound. You want your wounds to be 0 is the goal. So when you have 2 wounds, that means you have 2 wounds out of your total of 26. When you get to 26 wounds, you're down. When you get to your maximum wounds plus half, that is character death.
Okay, so the wound is just total damage accrued.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And then if you ever get down, because I do while it's not in the mechanics of the core rule book, I do a very similar death saving throw thing to D&D. But we'll cover that if you actually go down at some point.
Mm-hmm. But you do actually show some sign that you took a jolt or whatever.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So, do you want, since you've got it open, do you want a frag grenade to just stuff in there and take a couple steps back?
No.
Okay.
We do this right. All right. I'm all right.
All right. So, Eugene, you believe, and the general consensus between the other scientists who have been, or initiates who have been kind of watching how things are going, you believe you have enough time to try one more thing before another wave of robots show up.
I'm going to go for disabling it.
Okay. So with your last science roll, you have an idea, you believe, of how to disable it. It is going to be difficult. The The complication range is set to max of 16 to 20 because you are working in a very small space, and what you need to do, it would be best if the fence was turned off and the pillar was completely disassembled, but we don't have ideal conditions, so you're the slightest wrong move and it goes kaboom. However, the difficulty is not going to increase or decrease. It's going to stay right where it is. Again, mostly due to the fact of the small working space, but it's not going to increase either because you have a really good idea of what you need to do to disable it. So this will now be a
Yank out the spark plug.
repair roll instead of a science roll. You've done all the science you need to do to figure out what to do. Now you need to do the physical repair/disable roll. And your assistants will also be there to assist. Ready when you...
Now I have both a multi-tool and a that deluxe toolkit. Are either of those viable in this situation, or would I think that it's going to get there's enough metal in there for it to just get sucked in, and it would be unwise to try to use it?
The deluxe toolkit is definitely out because that is, set up a whole workbench and everything in there, and everything in that is definitely going to be has enough metal in it to attract to the fence. The pocket multi-tool, you think you can use it safely enough, and that is kind of where the complication range is. We'll handle that if anything goes wrong. It would be due to the multi-tool potentially.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and take the chance and use the multi-tool to drop the difficulty down by 1.
Okay. So you're at difficulty 2.
And I'll do... Can't keep spending these action points, man.
Yeah, I kind of waited till y'all had a few built up there. Okay.
And cautious nature.
I saw that 20. Oh, it's still a complication though.
Yeah, that's still a complication at 16 to 20 is complication. All right, so you have 5 successes needed to. Let's get your assistance rolled. There's complication there, plus 2 more successes. And 1 more success. So 5 successes total. No, you had 5 successes.
5, 6,
So you got 3
7.
extra. 1 extra, 2 extra, 6 extra successes. So it should be at 8 action points now. All right, so I'm going to handle the initiate complication first. Since they don't have luck points to spend on rerolls or anything like that, he's just going to take the damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because you're working in the pillar, it is reduced. That is 9 damage as initiate 2. He's still standing. But he got jolted real bad. His gloves are burnt. He's gonna have to get new ones. These are not. These are no longer viable. And let me look at your multi-tool real quick. Is there any other benefits it has? Okay, your multi-tool, so the part of the tool that you're using while you're in here is you're using both the wire skinning part of the tool and a little wire clipper to try and cut the wires in the right spots and keep them separated from each other to shut down at least this particular pillar. In the process, it is coming in contact with the energy, the Tesla energy running through those wires. And it's unfortunate, but the clipping part, so the wire cutter, after cutting the last wire and absorbing that energy, it is melted to the point where you don't think it'll cut wires again. You would ideally buy a brand new multi-tool at the store pre-war kind of thing, but in this case, you'll probably just need to pick up a knife to cut wires or something like that in the future, because your multi-tool will no longer cut wires anymore. So what that means practically in mechanics, anytime we're doing a check where the multi-tool will be used to specifically cut wires, it will not be usable in those particular situations.
I'm gonna look at my menu. Sorry. Sorry, continue.
I was just going to say any other situation where the multi-tool would work out, like the screwdrivers all still work, things like that, but it's just the wire cutter is defunct until you get it repaired.
Okay.
Or
I'm gonna
replaced.
look at my multi-tool. Yeah. I'm gonna look at my multi-tool and just go, already got a crimping tool. Oh well.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's melted into now, is crimping. Yeah. All right. So with that, the electrical sections between on either side go down. With this pillar out of action, you now have two areas with no Tesla fence at all that you can pass through, and of course the elevator door is just beyond. What does the party decide to do?
Do I have enough time to run back into my power armor?
You do. You can get to your power armor.
It's an action?
You think?
Something like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that, man. I think I was there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So the party recovers everything they can. The power armor, Eugene's power armor, of course, he gets back in it and runs back out. Everybody gets to the elevator, hits the button. As the doors begin to close, and they start to close slowly, you see the floor spew forth more robots. Not just the Soltrons and Rubber Brains and the Annihilators. You see robots that you have never seen before. Even like in schematics, there's some designs down there you've never seen before. There are a couple, obviously there's some other variations of the Soltrons and everything. And just as the door closes, you think you saw some creature actually rise up out of the floor. It obviously had skin rather than metal plating, and you think you saw some kind of horns, but the door closed before you got a good look at it, and began rising back up to the upper levels of the vault.
Okay.
I look at Jack and, you sure he didn't go to the parallax or using radiation? I saw some, I don't know what I saw. Maybe you got a death claw.
Did you mention the parallax aloud? Like,
Yeah.
everybody in
so.
the elevator hear it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wasn't really thinking about, comms. So, yeah, I would say it out loud.
Alright, so kind of look at Slash. You'd better hope nobody else has ever been there.
One of the initiates hands a hollow disc to you, Eugene, and says, "Hey, use this to get on Thompson's good side again."
All right, will do. And is this the same tech that had the gloves burnt?
Well, they both had their gloves burnt at this point. This is the one that you stemmed, though.
Okay. I'm going to go to the one that I didn't stem and kind of give them some money, whether it be scribes or caps or whatever, and just for a new pair of gloves.
Don't worry about it, brother. These are the issued ones. They'll replace them as soon as we get back to base.
All right, if you're sure. But I look at both of them, and I appreciate the help. I'm know I'm really good at that stuff, but I don't. There are a couple of things that y'all pointed out to me, and I don't think I would have been able to do that without that insight. I appreciate it.
We was all in the same boat. It benefited all of us the same to help each other in there.
It needs to be brotherhood.
When that is said, the remaining Red River lieutenant turns and says, "Yeah, a lot of good that did my friend. You know, just left him out there hanging to get chewed up by those robots."
Hey, I lost a toy, and I went toe-to-toe with the big guy.
We've seen quite a number of people get chewed up by great many things. Besides, over the years, I've seen a great many groups like yours go. Most of them killed each other just because over one shiny piece of garbage.
That won't happen to us. But I think we're nearing the end of our deal, and since we've received nothing, and there is obviously nothing to gain here without a full-on assault, as soon as I return to the power plant, we'll be cutting the power off.
Oh, I think we're going to cut the power off over here.
All right. So, the rest of the elevator ride is fairly uneventful, unless you guys want to discuss things. The Red River guy really just seems like he's trying to stick to the corner of this cargo elevator, and he's mostly ignoring the rest of you.
And did anybody actually look at us about mention of the parallax? Or are they just kind of like, whatever?
It could be a sitting room. It could be a town.
They're not really having much of a reaction to it. The reasons why they are or are not, or why they're not, are not apparent. They don't seem to have any reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, just like to reverse whatever they did to start it up. Yeah, I'd like to reverse that process.
Oh,
The elevator.
The elevator.
The elevator.
Power and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because they had to throw some switches to get the stuff. Yeah, so rethrow those switches.
Yeah. Yeah, the scribes will do that almost as soon as everybody gets upstairs. As soon as the elevator gets upstairs. Eugene, you do have something in your possession now. That one initiative gave you.
Yeah, I did want to. Do I have the ability to, you said it was a holotape? Would I be able to play it?
Yes. Your power armor has the capability. While not as compact and everything as a Pit Boy, the power armor will let you access it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start playing it just to see what this is that I'm about to potentially give to the.
Okay. It is, from what you can tell, not a complete record, but parts of a journal-like system that belonged to Dr. Caulfield. If you'd
Does
like
that
to
name ring a bell at all?
Yeah, the guy that y'all met on
the
the
guy
poster.
that's in charge of the place.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and eject that holotape and.
Are you gonna read through it at all? Get information out of it, or just like?
You said it was journal based. I guess I just want to know: is it more of a personal kind
No.
of journal, or more of like an? It's not personal.
No, it's not personal. It is more official than it is. I think Star Trek Captain's Log idea. So it
Right.
is this person doing the recording, but it is more like a record keeping of the events that are happening in the vault.
Okay, so if that's the case, then yeah, I'd want to watch it
Okay.
and go over it.
Well, it'll be mostly text files. There won't be really any watching. So it'll just be a little bit of reading, and you're able to skim through it enough to get the gist of things. So in this holodisc, Dr. Caulfield recounts the history of the vault and its research. He talks about how the super mutants that were in the upper areas, the upper levels, were created as a last resort during an attack from another faction of super mutants. However, the FEV strain used in this vault had unintended consequences. While it was able to resurrect the dead residents of the vault, those mutated began to degrade mentally, turning violent and eventually slaughtering the remaining residents. At which point in time, Caulfield sealed those super mutants in the upper levels and sealed himself downstairs, cutting off power to the main, or the only elevator to reach the lower levels. Because he was the lead scientist at the vault, he was in a position to know about all the different research and he's, from his time, he was one of the most brilliant scientists. So he had the capability to continue on the research of all those different fields without much difficulty. He talks about how he's been using the medical research to prolong his life. He was born well before the war began, and we are now 200 something years after the war began. So he's older than Jack, even, without the use of ghoulification. It does give you a few details about how the rejuvenation process works. The computer system, of course, at the behest of the scientist, will go into your body and remove unnecessary organs. So like a spleen, I believe it's the spleen, if I remember correctly, is like just immediately removed. It serves no purpose. If you have any kind of defects in any organs, it will take those organs out and replace it with synthetic ones. Larger hearts are sometimes placed in where the person's heart didn't grow in sync with the rest of their body. And it will, of course, this automated system will use whatever resources are possible or at hand. There's mention, it's not said outright, but you suspect that it is possible that Dr. Caulfield actually has the heart of a cow in his body instead of one of a human. And he has been using this medical process since it was created, or at least since he sealed himself in the lower levels in order to continue prolonging his life. He has also continued the research on the FEV, seeking to perfect it and use it to create the perfect human as his ultimate goal. And of course, it talks about the robotics, electrical weapons development, which you've seen quite a bit of the result of that from the RoboBrains using the Tesla weapons and the Tesla fence. And there are biological weapons that can target specific biological signatures and in effect only those that show that biological signature. And then it talks about having, there are other creatures that they've experimented on, but have not released them yet.
Yeah. I'm going to walk this over to Squire Thompson.
Okay.
And hand him this information. And
he pops it into his suit and he takes a look at it, and then he stashes the holodisc away in his important documents bag so that you can return it to the higher ups. And that's a good find there, Eugene. And that might be the kind of thing that gets you pulled off of errand duty.
Mm.
If that's what you want.
I need a little bit more info on what I'd be doing
Well,
before I make that call.
that's kind of not up to me or you, I guess. So when the Brotherhood says you're no longer an errant, you're no longer an errant. So I don't want to take the credit away from you. You found it. But if you want to make sure you stay on errant duty, which I'll be honest with you, I wish I hadn't been so good. Hanging out with these guys was fun. We got to see a lot more things. But it's up to you. I can tell them you found it. Increases your chances of being pulled from errant and assigned to somewhere they feel you're more appropriate for. Or I can leave you out of it and you get to stay as an errant longer. Or in lower chances of being pulled from errant immediately.
Or you don't get to do this very often then, huh?
Well, I still get to combat. I'm responsible for a lot more things. And I don't get to work with the auxiliary units. I worked with these guys here that you're with for a couple of months before being given command of a sector. And while I enjoy it, I get to pursue some of my own projects now. There are some aspects I miss of being able to just go wherever, whenever.
Good find, Huntley. Good finds. I'm referring to
The wasteland has lots of adventure out there, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much tell them, you take the credit. That was a good find. That data.
All right. Well, I'll leave your name out of it then. And he turns a little bit. As he turns, another initiate comes up and says, "Sir, we got a report from Raven Watch." And he steps away from you for a moment to listen to the report, and he comes back over and calls over Slash and Jack as well, since Raven Watch is their base. I think we may have kicked up some kind of hornet's nest here. According to Raven Watch, we're getting hundreds of signatures all across Texas. And according to the signatures and the IFF on those, it's remote outposts, miniature vaults, as it were. And the timing, along with what just happened here, I don't think that's any kind of coincidence.
Okay, well. Vault-Tec was never very forthcoming about anything.
True enough.
Was there anything nearby?
We can't get exact locations at this moment. The signatures coming in, it's overwhelming the system a little bit. So my suggestion would be that you head back to Raven Watch, resupply, repair, and maybe get a little bit of rest. And by the time you got all that done, they should have, the system should have caught up by then, and they can give you a few locations to check out.
RTB?
Return to base, yes.
Well, was it Senior Squire? I don't mean to mess up your titles. I don't know. Mr. Thompson, are you coming with us?
No, my responsibility is this vault at the moment, or my highest responsibility is this vault. We're going to assess it a little bit more, but at the moment, I'm leaning towards collapsing everything we can and trap that maniac and his robots down there. Unless
I mean,
these signatures mean something else.
Yeah.
And doing that would not be useful. We'll see.
Yeah. And all right.
Eugene had something. He was going to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, this log we were reading, was it shared with everybody here, or is it just something that me and Thompson know at the moment?
For the moment, just you and Thompson.
Okay.
I do want to ask Thompson of pretty much is this information need to know only, and do they need to know? Like, ask him that discreetly.
Mm-hmm. He'll say, no, you can tell them, and in fact, since it looks like you're probably heading back to Ravenwatch, you should take it with you, and along with my report, since you'll get to Ravenwatch and they can transmit it back to Shepherds quicker than I'll be getting back to Shepherds at this point. So he'll hand it over to you, and he'll also hand you another holodisk that is his report about things.
Okay. And while I lock the power armor on our truck, I'll be right back. And I want to try and have this lieutenant have a really, really rough time getting back. Like,
He's been
I wanna
walking
send-
away for a while now.
yeah, and I want to try and send a few playmates for him.
Oh. Okay.
as soon as you started talking, I knew what you were doing.
All right. Well, let me pull up your character sheet, pull up those. I think I need to balance those perks a little bit.
Yeah, of course, it's dependent largely at this point what's around and available. So,
Aren't we?
Yeah.
Aren't we above Los?
we're far enough away. I probably can't reach anybody.
Yeah, and it's only going to really, like, as far as controlling, usually only works on the mindless radiated beings or non-sentient ones. At least that was the intent. I may not have worded it correctly for that.
That's just fine. If all I wind up doing is sending like 3 red roaches after him, it's
Yeah.
something.
So I want you to do a. We'll put it at 0. Depending on how much power you want to use in this. How
Yeah.
blowy are you going to get doing this? On a scale of 1 to 10.
1, I think.
1. Okay. Give me a. Have we set one for it before? I think we've used science in the past, but that doesn't always. Survival, because it's your radiation thing, it's your innate thing, so it's a survival thing.
Okay.
But it's going to be I guess endurance is survival's default. So,
Yeah.
endurance, survival. Go for it.
Alright. Well.
Okay.
Alright.
So you do know, and you're going low power on this because you don't think he's gotten very far yet. He, of course, he doesn't pop on your radiation radar because he's not radiated enough to be qualified for this. But you do sense quite a few things. I mean, there's some deer or whatever similar thing is native to Texas. rad roaches. There's a few rad scorpions around you think. You don't sense any ghouls. That would be like the ideal thing to try and send his way. But, you know, a couple of scorpions, roaches, and some of the like rag stag, you could influence them to travel the similar path that he's taking and hope that they'll run into him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Since you don't know exactly where he is right now.
Yeah.
All right. Then give me in this case, it's going to be a charisma survival. Survival will still be in your radiation side of things, and charisma being the manipulation of these minds. All right. Yeah, so you've set about half a dozen radiated creatures to follow the same path that Red River lieutenant would take. And I guess fingers crossed that they encounter him.
Yeah.
Before he left, I would just, wanted to say a brief exchange. We'll be seeing you around now, okay?
Yeah, since the elevator, he has not said a word since the elevator.
Remember this face.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
All right. Any other questions, comments, or concerns before we wrap up the stream?
No, thank you.
Actually, as soon as I got back, I'd been like, hey, Eugene, and pull out one of the stealth boys. You think you could hook this up so it doesn't burn out into the armor?
You want me to integrate this with your armor?
Yeah.
Possibly. About the only thing that would be able to handle this would probably be the torso. Let's get back to the workshop and I'll see what I can do.
Alright.
And I can pocket that if you want, or you can hold on to it.
Yeah. No big smells there.
I think I saw a couple more at the base.
That's where I keep getting them from.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Those are fancy. So, Eugene, what kind of things can you mod as we're driving down the road? Basically just kind of, shooting the breeze. It's going to take how many days?
With the vehicle, you get to drive a little bit faster, but we'll handle that next session because we are.
Yeah, I don't have any more gripes or anything, or questions or anything. Appreciate the game though.
Yep.
I was waiting for the next time I would be able to use the sledgehammer.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So
You need to make
I
another one.
appreciate the use of the sledgehammer. I just have to get another one. That's all.
Next session, 39, will be December 21st,
Okay.
0800 Eastern Standard Time. I hope we see everybody then. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Later now.
Yeah, sorry about the hammer.
No, that's fine. I